I'm Margaret Lovatellia, Corporate Partnership Manager and grandmother of a 4-year-old with cerebral palsy. Thank you for joining us. Let's make a difference together.
Hi, I'm Brooke Harrelson, a Corporate Partnerships Manager with CPARV. I have a 36-year-old brother who has cerebral palsy, and we are looking forward to all of the STEPtember participants getting ready to move and stepping for CP.
Hi everyone, my name is Pamela Cass and I serve as a Corporate Partnerships Manager for the Foundation. As the largest private funder of life-changing research into CP worldwide, we're poised to make breakthroughs for the more than 18 million people with CP. Your involvement in STEPtember brings us steps closer to these breakthroughs.
Hey, I'm Scott Graves. I run the Business Development Department for the Cerebral Palsy Alliance Research Foundation. Thank you so much for being part of STEPtember 2020. It's going to be an amazing year, and it's going to impact people like me and families like mine because my middle daughter, Marnie, has CP, and your organization and your employees will be changing her life. I can't thank you enough for that. Thanks so much for being involved.
Hi, my name's Georgia Tonkin and I'm the Partnerships and Marketing Specialist here at CPARV. I am so excited to be kicking off 2020 with all of you, and I can't wait to see everyone step up to the challenge.
Hi everyone, I'm Jocelyn Cohen. I'm the Director of Communications at Cerebral Palsy Alliance Research Foundation, and I have cerebral palsy myself. I couldn't be more thrilled that you're joining us this September. I thank you for stepping up, and I look forward to seeing what you accomplish.
We are extra excited because 2020 is actually STEPtember's 10th birthday. And to celebrate, we've gone through an entire rebrand. We've made this year's campaign bigger, bolder, and better.
If you had a stroke, would you wait an hour to treat it? What about a day or a week? Would you wait months? Years? You wouldn't, but children with cerebral palsy often do. Like my grandson Raymond, they're often not diagnosed until they're 1.5 or 2 years old. My grandson continued to miss milestones at every visit to the pediatrician, and all my daughter heard was that all babies develop differently. He was unable to roll over. He had trouble swallowing, and it was difficult for him to eat. While all the other children in playgroup were crawling around and playing with toys, my daughter was propping Raymond up in her lap so he could watch everyone because he still couldn't sit by himself without toppling over. Raymond wasn't diagnosed until age 2, and I started to learn more about cerebral palsy. I found that unfortunately, we were not alone in our struggle to get answers and treatment. Raymond just turned 4. He still doesn't speak, and eating is a struggle, but he has come so far since his diagnosis. In January, he began to walk unassisted with his walker. Although his therapies were halted due to COVID, he's doing amazing. Things we never thought we would see 2 years ago. With CP, as with any brain injury, time matters. And like Raymond, there are so many babies who don't get the care that they need quickly enough due to their location and their circumstances. Only 25% of babies with cerebral palsy are diagnosed before they're 6 months old. You can help us change that. Doctors have the potential to diagnose cerebral palsy in babies as young as 3 months old through a general movements assessment. The GMA is a quick, non-invasive, cost-effective way to identify neurological issues that may lead to cerebral palsy and other disabilities by examining babies' distinct movement patterns at 12 to 16 weeks old. CPARV funds the training of medical professionals in GMA, giving them the potential to lessen the severity of CP in the US and lessen the incidence of it altogether. CPARV is doing revolutionary work, and we're so excited you're joining us. By funding research into early detection and intervention, we can make a difference together.
Have you ever thought about the simple task of asking for a glass of water, telling your loved ones that you love them? Or the inability to do so, as I have, as my 36-year-old brother is unable to walk, use his arms, talk, or simply ask for a glass of water. My dream is to hear Hunter say, he loves me, he loves his family, he loves his friend. Just those simple words that he is unable to do. In fact, 25% of those living with CP, roughly 4.5 million, are unable to speak at all. Not only have I thought about that, but a group of researchers called BrainGate derived this same thought process from a global summit that was held in the US a few years ago. And from this, they have developed the thought-to-speech technology. Thought-to-speech is just that. It is someone having intentional thoughts that they can convert into speech over a device. In fact, we are nearing clinical trials where the neurological implant will be implanted in 2 people with adults that are unable to speak, that have cerebral palsy. And these adults will be part of a clinical trial for thought-to-speech.
Amazing stories. Thanks so much. I'm the father of 3 daughters. Clover is 11, Marnie is 10, and Phoebe is 5. When Marnie was born, her diagnosis was cerebral palsy. The doctors told my wife and I that she would never run, she would never walk, she would never use the right side of her body, essentially. They said she would have problems with her tongue, meaning speaking and eating would be very difficult. Obviously, that's something very, very hard to take as parents. Your daughter's never gonna walk, she's never gonna run, she's never gonna use her hand. It was crazy for us. At that moment, my wife and I quit our jobs and we decided to put Marnie into a place where her cerebral palsy would now become her superpower. She now has superpowers because she has cerebral palsy, and we were going to find a way to make her feel that way. So we enrolled her in tons of physical therapy, tons of occupational therapy. We even put her in dance class, even though she can't stand. We put her in Taekwondo, even though she can't punch or kick. We even put her in swimming, and she sank. But CP's her superpower, and nothing was going to stop her, so she can do all those things. Another crazy thing that I did as a dad is I bought knee pads, like giant plumber's knee pads, and I walked up and down the streets of Brooklyn on my knees, holding Marnie's hips and teaching her the motions of walking. And the people in Brooklyn thought I was absolutely crazy, but for 2 years we walked up and down the streets of Carroll Gardens on my knees so she could learn the motion of walking. It's definitely a commitment, and I definitely wore out those knee pads. I still have them as an incredible memento. It's one of my best trophies. But I'm proud to say that she is walking and running and playing tennis and doing Taekwondo as we speak. The reason why your involvement is so important is because, as I mentioned earlier, we have Clover's stem cells and we have Phoebe's stem cells. The research we're conducting right now that you're helping fund, those stem cells could possibly be repurposed for Marnie to maybe regain the right side of her body. I mean, if she could regain control of the right side and actually eat a sandwich with 2 hands, or tie her shoes, or do a cartwheel, I mean, that's a dream for me. So the research is being funded by people like you. Your steps equal research. You are helping us make a change. You are helping, create dreams for these kids and for the parents. And it's all because of the money you're raising for STEPtember. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you are doing within STEPtember. You are going to change the life of my daughter. So thank you so much.
The fact that CPARF funds research into chronic pain treatments and chronic pain causes is something that's really close to my heart and motivates my work every day. And the reason is that because I have cerebral palsy, I'm in chronic pain nearly every day. The best way to describe how it feels is that my legs feel like slingshots that are pulled all the way back and taut and never fully release. And sometimes they feel like I've run a marathon even when I've just woken up from sleeping for the night. And other times it feels like I have migraines in the bottom portions of my legs. Sometimes heating pads work, sometimes ibuprofen works, and sometimes nothing works and I have to breathe through it. But it is something that I've had to come to terms with over the last several years. It's not something that I always experienced as a kid, a teenager, or even in my early or late 20s. I do know that there are people with other types of CP and other CP experiences that have even worse pain, that have to go on pumps for medication, that have to take narcotics. And for those people especially, I'm excited about our research because we're looking into alternatives to opioid medications. Because someone shouldn't have to choose between not feeling pain and being able to be present in their lives. They should be able to alleviate whatever pain they're having to make them more present in the life that they're experiencing. And so thank you once again for stepping up through STEPtember to help fund chronic pain research, to help fund the research that Margaret, Brooke, and Scott were talking about. It really makes a huge difference. It means a lot to me. And even though we haven't met, I appreciate you. Thank you.
So you can get started today. It's super easy. Head over to our website, STEPtember.us, grab some colleagues, form a team, or register as an individual. Take that challenge on to take 10,000 steps a day. It's going to be so much fun, and we can't wait to have you take part.
Your funding is vital to our mission, and our new platform makes it so easy for you to share what you're doing for STEPtember and why. With our new Facebook integration, you can reach all of your people in one easy post, and you can see the dollars that you've raised on your STEPtember page. I always suggest making a Kickstart donation of $28. That's just $1 a day. And then ask the same of your supporters. Trust me, it all adds up. And you could be funding the training of a medical professional in the general movement assessment and changing the life of a child with cerebral palsy.
So in 2020, we have a few new user experience updates that you can look forward to this year. We just rolled out a brand new user-friendly virtual platform, which includes the ability to sync activity automatically from most fitness trackers, including Apple Watch, Fitbit, even iPhone. We encourage you and your teammates to use your smart devices during the challenge. Our new improved STEPtember Resource Hub also makes it easy to spread the word about STEPtember. So from digital templates to printable posters, all the tools that you'll need will be available online. And we encourage you to check that out on the platform if you go to steptember.us/resources.
Let's make this the biggest year ever. We need you. Team up with a friend, team up with a bunch of friends, create competitions amongst each other, post on your Facebook wall. We need you this year. It's going to be a hard year, but we know we can do this. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. It's Chris Olver here, the Executive Director of CPARF. And I wanted to end this presentation by saying a very big and very heartfelt thank you from all of us at the Foundation to all of you about to do STEPtember. The work that we're privileged to do each and every single day changes lives, whether it be assisting with movement, reducing chronic pain, or even restoring speech. But we're only able to do it with your help. Every dollar you raise, every step you take, every friend that you invite onto this journey is really going to make a meaningful difference for the 18 million people living with CP today. So please, go to steptember.us, register today, make a Kickstart self-donation and invite some friends. Let's all move together for cerebral palsy. Thank you.